Anyway, it's just one of those deals where I was in the right spot at the right time. Perfect. Perfect. Hey everybody. No, I'm not deer hunting. I'm actually checking out the temperature of the wood stove from inside the house. That's nice having it only 60 feet away and facing the way I do. I can actually see what the temperature is with my binoculars and not go outside. What a benefit. But anyway, hey, uh, this episode or this video not about the wood stove. This video does have to do with binoculars, and this video has to do with putting some meat on the table. And I just wanted to do this video, and if you guys are thinking about, or if you've ever thought about doing any type of venison sticks or beef sticks or anything like that, this video we're going to show you, Brenda and I, on how we process our deer, our venison, and take care of it as far as the processing of it. But also, what I'm going to do is show you how took my son out opening day here in Michigan, and went out and sat in my blind, and the blind. We opening morning this year was very, very nice weather. Seasonably warm, right in the 40s. But we did see, I think it was right around 30 some deer. And out of that 30 deer, I believe 5 were bucks. So we sat there most of the day until about noon, I should say, not most of the day, but until noon. And then it was a week and a half later, into the season, things calmed down and had some snow on the ground, and I decided to go back out. It calmed down, like I say. I went back out with the snow, and I love doing some still hunting, as far as walking and checking stuff out. And lo and behold, I did jump some, and we was playing cat and mouse with them. But all of a sudden, out of the blue, I heard a grunt, and here come a buck chasing a doe, and they stopped 20-25 yards from me, and that buck was a little spike horn, so I decided to take the doe, and that's what my intention was also all along, was to put some meat in the freezer. And so I took that doe, and she was, like I say, that 20-25 yards, and then the buck, he ended up coming past me about 5 yards away. So brought that doe home, and we're going to show you how we go ahead and make venison sticks. And so hopefully, and I'll show you where we go ahead and get our seasoning and our casings. And it's something that you can do as far as yourself if you're looking to do any venison sticks or beef sticks. So anyway, hopefully you like this video and how it turns out. So the way that I do it is I go ahead and I bone it all out. I did take the tenderloins out and the back straps. I cut them into steaks. So I previously already did that. And then I go ahead and trim out the venison the rest of the way. All the meat, the neck, the shoulders, the legs, the rest of the hindquarters, and take all the meat. I cut all the fat off and put that out for the birds in a sack. So I go ahead and grind everything. I got a Meat Your Maker grinder, and it does a very good job. I go ahead and get it all ground up, and I also added some pork belly to it. So I think I had about two pounds of pork belly to give it a little bit of fat. And I grind that all together, and also I after that's all ground together, I go ahead and I put I think I put in 5 pounds of ground beef in with it. So I had a total right around that 25-26 pounds total ground up meat in with to make my venison sticks. So they're not totally venison. Like I say, some beef in it and some pork. And then once we get it all ground up, we got a LEM to stuffer, and we get the casings from the Bearded Butcher, and you can look them up on YouTube and or their website. That's where we get our casings. And my seasoning, I use the barbecue. It's kind of a sweet barbecue flavoring, and I add that in, and it's a powder. I didn't show that, but I mix it all in, mix it all together. And then they also suggest putting a pink cure. It's like 0.06 ounces to 25 pounds of meat, and it's a pink cure, they call it, and you can do some research on that. So once everything is all mixed together, that's when we go ahead and put it in the stuffer and go ahead and start stuffing our casings. And then we take them down, and I put everything on the pellet grill. And down there on the pellet grill, I run it at 240, 250. And at that temperature, I'm getting it takes about an hour and 15 minutes to get the internal temperature of that meat right around that 150 degrees, somewhere in there. And then I let them cool down, bring them up and cut them then into I cut them into 6 inches strips, and I put them into packaging, and then I go ahead and seal them all up. The nicest thing is any of the ends that are burnt, I put in a separate baggie, and then I go ahead and feed that to Bailey instead of just throwing them away. And anything that's really burnt, I go ahead and put that so I can mix it in with her dog food. So we ended up, each pack with 10 sticks is just shy of a pound. And so I ended up with 22 pounds total of venison sticks. And the nicest thing is we eat them throughout the year. We go ahead and people come over. We let them try it, and I don't have it spicy. I don't put the cheese in it. I just go ahead, and it's a nice sweet barbecue flavor. But if you go to P&S, Paul and Sam Seasonings, and they're online, you can go ahead and get whatever type of seasoning flavor that you want. And also at the Bearded Butcher, they have seasoning there as well. So whatever you wish to choose to flavor your meat with, you can. And the other thing is, you can go ahead and, if let's say you don't have a grinder, you can go to the store and get your own Hamburg, or you can go to a farmer, and that's what we do. We'll go to a farmer that raises, one's my great nephew, and get some beef, and you could do it that way. And then all you need is a stuffer, and get the casing and make your own beef sticks. That way you know exactly what is in your beef sticks, and it's the best way to do it. I tell you what, instead of buying that store, you don't know how old they are. And if you don't have a pellet grill, you could obviously do it on a regular grill. Probably a charcoal grill would be fine, but it's easy. It's very easy to do. It is time consuming. You don't have to make as big as batch as I do. You can knock it down to 10 pound or 12 pound, and you'd have quite a few sticks for quite a while if you wanted to do it that way. So anyway, I just wanted to share what we do with our venison. I don't really care for venison Hamburg. I don't care for venison roast. We'll eat the back straps and stuff like that. Actually, we did take some of the hindquarters and made jerky as well, but I didn't show that. So that's what we do with our venison, and that's how we like it. So hopefully that gives you some information. on, you know, something else you can do with your venison instead of just letting it go to waste. And, you know, at the end of the year, if your freezer's full of venison, you can use that meat as well. So, but anyway, the Bearded Butcher and then P&S seasoning is where we get our stuff from. So other than that, hey, thanks for watching. And until the next video, you guys stay warm because it's colder than heck outside. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys later. I'm going to go get my binoculars and I'm going to see what the temperature of the wood stove is again. All right. See you later. 5 yards from me. Little spike horn. I just shot a doe. I've been still hunting back here in the hardwoods. Jumped some deer. You guys just still hunting back here. And just looking to put some meat in the freezer, make some beef sticks, venison sticks. And one shot, one kill. There's a lot of does here. So I jumped way up on that hill and I couldn't get a shot at him. And I love still hunting. Still hunting's always fun. The old 25-06 with my silencer central. So suppressor on it. So anyway, this was only like a 20-yard shot. I shot her in the neck. So anyway, guess we'll get her cleaned up and get her out of here before the snowstorm.